Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Daily Gaming, wasting no time jumping in there. Hello my friend, how you doing? We're gonna pick up where we left off with yesterday's build. Yeah, account service is not available, I know. We're coming up on the 2-year anniversary. Hard to believe. So what we are working on is just a general map of Corellia, which was Han Solo's planet that he kind of, I guess, was born and grown up on, according to what I've read. And I'll be the first to say I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, one of those people that reads all the Star Wars books and knows all those little nuances of all the details and everything. But anyway, that's what I read, so I'm going to go with that. All right, today Boba Fett's going to join us because he can fly around a little bit, right? Yeah. It's just easier to move around the map with a flyer. Okay, so I was looking at some more pictures online to get some not feedback, but just some motivation. And between that and the stuff that I kind of remember from the movie, we're going to go with that. So this will be the surface ground. I thought I was going to switch this up. I'm not. I'm going to switch the probably the underside. Well, actually, I take it back. There's going to be two sections, the front section here and then the back section. The back section is the one that we're going to switch up the ground on. This will stay, and we'll be putting a city up in here. And let's go with Mercy. That's loud. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Get some background music in here. I don't want to use the game music because then I get all these copyright warnings and things, and it's not worth it. All right, so for those of you who didn't see yesterday's, let's take a quick look around. This, again, is the upper section here, and there will be an entrance and probably an exit on the other side. I'm not quite that far along yet. Trying to hit the wall, man. So this will be the entranceway to the underlayer, and we're going to decorate the walls up a little bit, make them look better. And from down here, you'll have tunnels that'll take you to different parts of the underlayer, and there'll be the section here where the slaves basically have their living quarters, and then there'll be, I don't know, I guess some sort of a workshop thing going on down here where they have to earn their keep. And so, yeah, we got a lot of work to still do. We're going to do about an hour or so today. In the meantime, if there's anything out there you guys want to discuss, Star Wars related or Disney Infinity related or anything related, take a quick look back here. You got this little moat that separates this downtown segment, which I'm going to do some more stuff with based on these pictures I've been looking at. And I may change up what I was planning on doing with the water, because the water is more of a controlled flow that apparently runs the mechanisms used in Corellia. So we're going to get rid of all these guys here. It's not really like a free-flowing lake per se. I guess it probably comes from one of some sort, but it's used more for the turbines and things like that. According to the pictures I'm looking at, that's kind of the feeling I got. So that's kind of where I decided to take this. So we'll get rid of those. And then we'll end up kind of squaring this up here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Alright, so here is where we have to start deciding on what I want these back sections to do. And what we're looking for is something very grayish. That ain't gonna work. That's probably not gonna work, but let's take a look. That actually might end up working, except for the front part. That's the trick here, is finding one that fits both, and that's what we currently have, so that's obviously not an option. Got a video, should be posting any moment now if it hasn't already. Playing some Rocket League earlier, very exciting. All of a sudden, I always make a habit of kind of taking a quick look at the opposition, their gamer tags, just to kind of see what level they're at, get an idea of what kind of competition we can expect. And I'll be damned if the dude was not a grand champion from Season 4. And I'm like, okay, it's about to get real. And I know they were pretty much playing with us the whole game and probably could have destroyed us anytime they wanted to. And I wish they would have probably pushed us harder than they did. But it was still just cool to actually get out there, play a game of Rocket League against the grand champion. You don't get to do that too often in what's it called there? Casual play. That might work. I have all my discs here in the book, too. I just don't think there's anything that's going to... The island headquarters is probably going to be it. This is another maybe. Let's see. Like that better. All right, I'm going to go with that one. Hate the fact that I spend all this money on discs and I'm not using them. So these Epcot globes are going to be used, but differently. Again, looking at these pictures, it's given me a better idea. What happened here? There it goes. That's a camouflage. Well, that works. Like I said, it'll do. If I really wanted to, I could just put some... Well, no, that'd be a pain in the neck, but that's all right. So, I don't know. Do I want to work on the top or the lower section? I also need to get rid of these guys. Again, this is going to be a controlled flow of water, basically, where it is used, I guess, to cool the systems and, I don't know, whatever else it all does, but we're going to have some piping in here and stuff like that. And then back over here, we're going to have buildings and structures and kind of a city thing going on. I was thinking about putting the streets down, but I don't think I'm going to. Why don't we see what streets are going to look like, what options we got here. Did I miss it? There you are. Very long. Well, we're just gonna drop a couple of these pieces down to see what all they're gonna look like if we use them in a different styles. So let's go ahead and start checking out what might work. Well, the funny thing is the main street actually does work. The intersection piece does not, but we could change that probably to something else that'll work. Surprisingly, that's pretty good. Let's switch this one out then. I think we have a winner. All right, well, those will work. Okay. Oh, hell. Yeah, I'm liking that. Works for me. Alright, so I'm just laying these down so I have them eventually when I need them. And I think what I'm going to do is work on the globes real quick, because that's the thing that's currently on my mind. Let's take a quick look back at some of these pictures that I'm using as reference. The only thing is I may end up having to use a lot of the locator effect to make it work, but there's only 2 of them that I'm going to be doing, so it may not be so bad. Alright, let me jump over here real quick. Try to make sure we get these things. I'm actually surprised to hell that I'm able to do that. But yay, because that's what I need. Okay. And this is going to need a metal type finish to it. Looking for more of a grayish metal, more of a silver steel kind of thing. That's definitely not it. I may have to go with that first one, though. I don't know I'm going to get much closer to what I'm looking for than that. If the music level's too loud, let me know, because in my headset it sounds pretty good, but sometimes people say they can't hear. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. Make sure these are placed where I need them before I start. And I lost my place. Where the hell did the globe go? Well, that sucks. Must have deleted one too many times. Oh, actually, I take it back. We don't want to go that far yet. We will start at the top. Oh, how interesting. It'll let me do it in the front, but not in the sides? Or it will. Okay. Alright, well, we're going to try something with the collision box here in a minute, but first let me continue with this. Some areas you can, and some areas you can't. Alright, now let's try the trick and see if it works on this one without having to use the locators. Oh, there it goes. Again, with wood blocks, this will oftentimes help out in situations like this. We'll see if it'll work in this situation. And it will not. How unfortunate. Okay. So instead, we're going to go ahead and find our path creator. And we're just going to drop some of these in here. And I really feel like I probably shouldn't do this yet because I'm going to go to the interior in a little bit. And every time you go into the interior and come back, it always throws path creators into a tizzy. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on that. Why don't we do that? Let's go and do the... In case anyone has never tried this before, this is how you bring interior objects into an exterior toy box. Destination. It'll be a new toy box, and it'll be a new interior. Doesn't need a name. and that's really all you got to do. Just to be on the safe side, always save your work before you go actually in and do any of these silly things, because sometimes strangeness can happen. Taking an awfully long time. Well, it's the first time I'm saving it with the doorway in there. It takes a little bit longer for that. Travel to level 2. Always wonder what level 2 would look like. Well, there it is. Looks the same as level 1, really. Alright, so what we do at this point, let's grab a few toys. We need a button. Why is the radio box in there? Alright, we got the button. What else do we want? A timer. Right? It's been a little while. It's not a timer. We're looking for... Hold on a minute. We're looking for a... What? Countdown? Stopwatch? I thought it was timer. Time delayer. There you go. It's going to basically buy you 3 seconds is what we're going to set it up for. It starts out with a default of 1. We're going to go with 3. You can get away with 2, but 3 is a little bit more comfortable. Okay. When you press the button, start the delay. And then when the 3 seconds lapses, change the level, which will automatically throw you back to your toy box. Now, the trick is, you're going to want to pull up your ribbon right before that happens, because that ribbon is an interior ribbon versus an exterior, and you'll take it with you. And then just say, yes, I do want to travel. And you can do this, of course, with any toy box. Some things will work nicely, some things will not play as nicely. Alright, so right now we've got our interior stuff, I think. Yes. Okay. Got nervous for a minute. Not gonna lie. This is one of the things I really wanted was these drapes, as they call them, because I can use those down below here. There were a lot of just canvas cloths type things on the walls and what have you. I just need to find my areas again. Uh-oh. May have a little problem. No matter which direction I go, it's going to be the wrong height. I think there's another section that's lower, though, right? Yeah, down here. So we can use them in this section. Oh, yeah, they'll fit up against the wall nicely. So I think what I'll do... Now, these also take up more memory. Something to be aware of. Won't sit on the floor. Now, there's a possibility, and we can check it out in a little bit, that we can make that work. Although I think in this case we probably won't. But in the meantime, we're just going to put a bunch of these up here, and then we can drag them around later and move them wherever we want to if we don't want to leave them here, which I'm sure I probably won't. At least not all of them. But in the meantime, they're here, and we can not have to do that whole interior jive thing again. So the trick is, do not grab anything else that's not of the interior. So like, don't grab any of these terrain blocks or anything that you've already built up on, because as soon as you do that, you're going to go back to your exterior ribbon and you will have to go and repeat that whole stunt again in order to get your interior pieces back in. So I try to get everything I think I'm going to need the first run through. Alright, I think that's probably enough of those. I feel like I can definitely use some of these. It's going to be difficult though, right? Alright. So there's another trick for these, and I'll probably have to do it with other walls later, where you basically put the wall up against the item as opposed to putting the item against the wall. But for right now, I'm just going to put a handful of these up here, and then we'll have them available later. I do not believe the light switch will work in an exterior. I don't know that I've ever tried it, to be honest with you. I'm going to drop one in there just because I'm curious. And of course we have Corellian wall cabinets, and we have to have them in here. And this is some of the stuff that we can definitely use in the living quarter section. Hopefully it'll fit. I definitely made that a little tighter, which is unfortunately going to be too tight. Ugh. Wasn't thinking about this part. I mean, this will still work if my trick works. I guess we might as well... Well, no, I can't do it yet. I'm going to drop these in here. I feel like I might be able to do something with this. Again, if you even think you can use something, go ahead and drop it in. You can always remove it later. See, like, it's working on this wall. I wonder if I can use it on the tunnel. Because this is one of those things where this entrance, I definitely want to do something with this back wall so it's not bland. Shoot, that would have been perfect. Why won't it cooperate? Maybe the side wall. No, it won't even work with the side ones, huh? Alright, well I have other plans for that then if that didn't work, so. These will probably fall into the exact same problem where they won't stick. Basically, if you have that problem with one wall, you're going to have it with most all of them. But I'm going to try my little trick out and see if it works after I've brought everything in. All right, well, that's good enough. Bongo like candy. And let's see what else we can perhaps use. Yeah, that's it for the wall hanging. Which way was that going? Let's go back over to the living quarters here. Can we put anything? Oh, this will sit. Okay, well, it's nice to know some of this stuff's working. Again, always put a little bit more. You can always get rid of it. Probably use this on the upper section here. Good old-fashioned hologram machine, huh? A droid detector. The heck you say? Break station. Now this is the kind of stuff that we can use up in this side of the map a lot more. This is where we'll get to see if our little stunt works the way I think it should. It's going to be very difficult. It's all right. Like I was saying yesterday, I'm really not entirely sure what's going to happen down here yet. But it seems like if I was going to have computers, this would probably be the place. Not likely going to cooperate, is it? No. I'm going to pass on that one. definitely get away with using this. Can't imagine anything in the way of rugs that I'm going to have a use for, but let's take a look. Underground. I'm not seeing windows underground. Nice to know something fits down here. We can use these as actual pillars. That should be enough. Again, this stuff will be good for the industrial portion. Back over yonder. I wonder if I can use this for what I was thinking. We'll go... Dadgummit. Needed to snug up against that wall. Alright, well I can use them on top then. Just kind of spatter these around a bit. And let's see. And not gonna work with that. Unfortunate. I think that's it. Alright, we're gonna call it when it comes to that stuff there. We're good. So we can pull that door out. We don't need it anymore. I don't need you anymore. Yeah, I suppose now we can go ahead and mess with those. Am I still on interior? I'm still on interior. So now what oopsie. Now what I need is to get rid of the interior ribbon, so all I gotta do is grab one of these guys. And that's it. The interior ribbon is now gone. I'd have to lay that door down and do it all over again if I wanted to change that. And now we're back to the exterior. So that's why you want to bring all your stuff in, and even a little extra. This way you don't have to go back through that again. Which hopefully I won't. I don't think I will. If anything, I'll probably get rid of some of the stuff I brought in. But again, having too much is not a problem. You can always get rid of it. And this is basically just going to be an anchor to take away our collision effect. And good news is I only need a few of them. Find it saves time if you do all that first, and then you go back around in your spark mode. Touchy little thing. There we go. Then you go back around, go to your properties tab, and turn them all off because you don't want them to move. Unless you do want your stuff moving around, that's different. But in this case, we need stationary. So let's go to properties, turn it off. And this is basically just going to put these other blocks, once I connect them, onto that path and not moving. One of the many nifty tricks available to get the game to do things that it doesn't necessarily want to do. But again, I would save all that. Was there not one for this? Yeah, there should have been. I would save all of this part here with the path creators till after you've done your interior import, because you'll find a lot of times that all of a sudden your path creators are just shooting off in weird directions. I've done that before where I've done a lot of work and then, oh, you know what, I want to bring in this one interior part, and then you come back and stuff is all over the map. Okay, so now all we have to do is connect the dots, so to speak. New paths connection. And there it is. Unfortunately, I guess I should have brought it down lower. Easiest way to fix this problem right now is just to delete that, which will send my block back over there, and then do it again, only this time lower. Wasn't thinking about that part. A little bit rusty after so many months away. Then we grab that block, and then we can just go to our properties tab and go to the path, and then we want to go to our vertical and bring it all the way down until it basically overlaps by just one notch. Or you can bring them up even. Let's do that. 8. It's always going to be an even number if you want it to be butt to butt. So we're going to go with 8. Because that'll match the other ones that did fit nicely. Alright, now in the meantime, I gotta go back. Just bring that down there. And then bring that one down there. Now you can see it broke the connection line there, but that shouldn't matter. We'll see if it does or not, but normally it doesn't matter. Worst case scenario, I gotta put another one in. Yeah, so here's the deal. If I save it like this and come back in, that block that I just brought up will drop down. So let me try and see. Yeah, it's on the path creator. I'm good. I can just go right now. Property. Bring it down there. So that's one of the weird little things where... Oh, that's still not right, is it? Not even close. Why is it not even close? It should be. Well, I have a feeling that when we log back in, those are going to be much lower, and then we'll just readjust the height. Again, that's one of those strange things that once you've put these path creators in, they don't like being moved this way or adjusted to be more precise. They want you to do the adjusting up front. So there's that side done. And I suppose, actually, let's try this. I might not have to keep moving these. Yeah, we're good. So I think those other ones will be off when I reload, but these guys will be fine. Okay, that's one. Now the other thing we're going to be doing here, that's the upper portion of this. Now there's a lower portion. And let me get my image back up here for my reference. Let's see. man. Let me see if any of these are going to line up. These do. Might come back to that. Man, I'd have to do a lot of realigning on those. See, this won't be a problem because this wasn't colliding. Nope. Shit. God, what I've just done. Although it might not be a bad thing because I can make those line up better. Basically, I have to delete all of that, but that's alright because, like I said, I've got a vision now that I can line it up better and make it look more accurate. So I think it's worth starting it all over for that part. And that means, yes, getting rid of all of it. Hate to do it, but sometimes once you start putting it together and you see, like, that wasn't my original vision, but it was actually a lot closer to the picture I'm looking at. And it is doable. I just have to measure things off more carefully. So I'll redo those, because I really want this to come out looking pretty good. I see a lot of potential in this one. So I don't mind the extra time. See how it shoots back over there? But it does keep its memory, even though it shoots back over there. It keeps its memory when I reset the block numbers and stuff like that. So, let's go ahead and drop this back over here again. I'm not going to start that all over. That'll be the next build. Put that there, boom. Let's see, buildings. I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do so far as. I really need something. Not buildings. What am I looking for? I know what I'm looking for. Yeah, some of this stuff I can definitely be using. Maybe not this particular one, although I'll drop it there. I may use it, may not, but it's there. I wonder, hold on a minute. How much time would this save if I can make this work? Nah, it's not gonna work. But boy, oh boy, this is good. See, in this section here, I can probably use a bunch of this kind of stuff here. Just lay a couple of them down just to have them there. Then we can try that little trick on the side there and make sure that's going to work out. You know, if it doesn't work initially, I think there's some other stuff we can do to make it happen. Same as before, I'm just putting a lot of this stuff down and eventually, whoops, wrong. Eventually we'll move it around to where I want it permanently, but it's just easier to grab it and move it than to have to go locating it all the time. You can always use a pipe. There actually was some of this that I had noticed. I'll throw it in the back section over here for now, and then may end up moving it around later. Sinuses are kicking in today, boy. Actually, are a couple of trees that we want to use that are going to be pretty much identical to the ones in the photographs. Cannot stop sneezing right now. Wow. Got one of those. Let's see. And that's not going to work. That's all farmish. Probably not going to get anything out of this one. This is more Death Star related. Nah. That might work. Actually, we do need something similar. We centered. Ooh, that'll work perfect. Then we put those other bars around. That's going to kind of finish that up. I'm stuck. I am stuck. And for the most part, it's going to be viewed from the front over here. So let's get another look here, shall we? Like I said, once I put those bars around the outside of it, I think it's actually going to look pretty good. That's not going to work. Nothing snowy. That could work. Probably play I might be able to use this around here somewhere. We'll just go drop a few in here. What should you get color of the building? Now, I wonder if any of these buildings can be color changed. I know houses can. Never tried it before. It's unfortunate. You'd think you could. Nope. Maybe the brick you can. Let's see. Nope. Well, let's see what else we got on this. It's all pirates and Mickey farming. See, like these you can change color on. But style-wise, it's just not gonna fit. Yeah, we ran through all that, went through all that. And I am 99.9% sure there is nothing I can use here. Make me a liar. Not really. Let's see, where's our plants? It's back this way, what I'm looking for. There we go. Like I said, these guys are actually pretty accurate to what's in the artist illustration. Drop a couple here for the moment, and then we can always grab them from there and make more later. It's coming along. Still quite a ways to go. The other day, I may have to just stick with those buildings up there, but I'm not sure about that. We'll see. All right, everyone. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and checking things out. Went a little bit over the hour I was anticipating, but it's always fun. Glad I'm getting back into this again. I needed the break, and right now I need a break from other stuff, and this is just fun, creative, and entertaining for me anyway. Hopefully for you too. All right, guys, I'm going to cut out here, but I'm not going to go without reminding you of one thing. Find time every day to say the two magic words. You know what they are. Game on.